Alright lads, so today continuing on with Bleach Rebirth of Souls Monday, we have a new character reveal and in this case a surprise announcement of a new Rangiku. Yesterday, if you haven't already seen it, we did get 25 minutes worth of actual gameplay, how the game is going to play out, and now watching these character showcases, I can better understand what exactly is going on and how a character is going to play it now that we've seen exactly how the game is going to play. So I recommend you check that out if you haven't already done so. But today, obviously, continuing with the meme, we have not gotten Renji. When is Renji going to get his announcement, his reveal? I don't know. But today we have Rangiku. It makes sense given that we just got Gin revealed last week. So let's play it out in full and check out how Rangiku is going to play. Very excited to see it. I'm excited to see a Shikai because that should be Awakening. All right, Rangiku Hinako turn into Ash. Looking good. Is she blonde? Or is that more so ginger? I feel like it's more so ginger, right? Although it's kind of hard to tell. Shako is her signature move. I guess that makes sense.
This one hurts.
Spiritual Pressure 1, you're too slow. Looks to be a parry attack, maybe? So Katsui, so more so just some Kido Hado attacks. And then obviously when she can awaken. Nice. You know what? Rangiku is going to be a fun character when awakened. Releasing her Shikai. Damn! Damn, okay. And again, don't we see? So, surely her skills change, right? That's cool. That's cool. So that's our character showcase for the week. Rangiku. Now let's go ahead and read what she has to say. So, I kind of want to see what her attacks look like in Shikai more so because she's for the most part just using very basic Aikido attacks. So now let's go ahead and read what they have to say. So the charming lieutenant of Squad 10, she can turn her sword into ash and run freely across the battlefield. So I wonder if that's her uniqueness where she can just like quickly teleport elsewhere because it kind of looks like she was teleporting behind the Gin. Is that who she was fighting? She was fighting Gin, of course. So who's next then, assuming that we got Rangiku now? Okay, maybe Momo? Maybe it's time for Renji. So signature move is Hado 31 Shakaho. Fires a Shakaho that travels at slow speed. If it hits, it can be used for a follow-up attack. It is a very simple attack but has a lot of utility. That might be a good attack for comboing. If it really is slow. Can't really see the speed of it, but I guess you kind of can. But that's going to be her signature move. Next up, we have a Spiritual Pressure 1, you're too slow. A counter move allowing Rangiku to come up behind her opponent and blow them away with a Shakaho. So another Shakaho attack. I get that Rangiku doesn't do much. And this is why her, Shikai, so it kind of makes sense she's doing this stuff. That looks to be good too. And maybe that's going to be like a counter to Gin, because Gin thus far looks really powerful with his range, right? So if you can just literally activate, if you know Gin does attack, activate the Spiritual Pressure move 1.
This one hurts.
And then you can see just teleports behind. And then follows up with an attack. That's kind of cool. Next up, we have Hado 33, So Katsui. Thrusts both palms up and down and unleashes So Katsui. An attack with weak range and speed, but high damage. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not really seeing where it has slow range and weak range and speed, but I guess they are using it up close. So this might be an attack you have to really use right in front of them. And obviously right now, as we see, we can awaken, activating the Shikai. I want to know if she changes attack, because I see no reason for her to keep using Hado attacks once she does awaken. Let's actually see what this has to say though. Releasing Shikai Hinako changes specific actions of Rangiku's fighting style. Her signature move, Hinako Spread. So no longer is she actually doing So Katsui, and now becomes Hinako Spread. Would be nice if we could see that, but it does say here, it is a unique fighting technique that allows her to control her opponent's movement. That's interesting. We don't really get to see that much, do we? Because that's just a normal combo, ain't it? And then again, we get to see some attacks here. Attacks that she can be doing as she breaks her opponent's Konpaku. And also the final attack, which I believe will be the last attack here. This one here. Where she does her Hinako, like, tornado thing. That's kind of cool. And that's going to be in a way like her ultimate. So Rangiku Matsumoto, Squad 10, strong at medium range attacks and abilities that break the opponent's rhythm. Interesting character. I'm excited that she actually is getting included, and that potentially opens the door for more lieutenants, because obviously, like we mentioned all the time, there's a lot of characters to get here. If they're doing characters like this, that gives me hope that they are going to be covering a large amount of characters, especially considering the fact that we are getting weekly character reveals with still no release date. So if this keeps up, we're very much looking like a roster of like 40 plus characters, which I think is going to be really good for our first game. Our first console game in over 10 years. Rangiku gets announced now, though. Who would then come next? Are they going to follow a trend where characters have relation to each other? I guess Renji is the lieutenant. Maybe Renji's next. Do I want every lieutenant character in the game? I wouldn't mind a few of them. I don't think every lieutenant needs to get a character. Like, Izuru would be cool to see. Obviously, Renji we know is in game, but we haven't actually got his actual gameplay just yet. And I'm kind of excited to see that because he does have a Bankai, a massive Bankai. So I'm very interested to see how that's actually going to play out. So as always, let's go ahead and add it to the tier list. How do I feel about Rangiku when compared to the current cast of characters? So I'm probably going to put it in the middle tier. We'll try out probably less than Rukia, but higher than Kisuke. Obviously, my opinion on these characters will change. We're only basing on 1 minute gameplays. And of course, as we do get more characters positioning will start to change. Right now, obviously, I want to try out every single character. But Rangiku, I mean, her base character didn't look anything super crazy. I'm more interested in her awakening, where she does have a Heineko attack, so that's why I feel like she looks a lot more cool, more unique. And we kind of see the same thing with Rukia, right? Well, her base character is more so just Hado, Kido, and only when they awaken do they become their actual self, what you expect of a Rukia and also Rangiku. Luckily, as we did see yesterday, though, that you can awaken pretty much, not instantly, but you can awaken quite early into the game so you can get the full use out of that character. And we also did recently see with his Ichigo, right? So I might have to add him to potential main. Obviously, this character is in his Shikai, then also Bankai, and we didn't really know how his white hollow mask would appear. And it seems to be tied to his reverse gauge, so there is actually a brief moment where you actually can be transformed. But I just know the more Ichigos that we get announced, the less I'm going to want to play with this particular version, right? Because I do prefer Visored. We are getting Visored Ichigo. And eventually, if we get Full Hollow and also Dangai Mugetsu, well, then that's pretty much going to knock down this Ichigo to like the Na tier, because I want to play that Ichigo instead. But I feel like the white hollow mask added a bit more uniqueness to him, so let's put him into potential main. Rangiku's going to be we'll try out. I think she's actually pretty cool. Happy to see her in game. Although, again, she's ginger here, right? They are going with the 1000-year Blood War anime color scheme, so it's very interesting to see why they didn't go with the blonde Rangiku. Not like it matters, to be fair, but it's interesting, unless I'm colorblind and that actually is blonde, but that does more so look ginger. Either way, though, that's the video for today. Let me know in the comments below, despite this brief set of gameplay, how do you feel about Rangiku? Are you going to play her? Is she going to be one of your mains? I'm curious to know, and I'm sure many people out there are going to be really happy to see Rangiku in game. Really cool to see other characters like lieutenants getting a spotlight for once. And again, I'm excited to see what other lieutenants we are going to get in game playable. Let's space it out, though. I don't want like the next 4 weeks to just be lieutenants, I will be honest. Unless it's Renji. So, we're never getting Renji revealed, boys. Either way, hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.